All right, it is Thursday. Thursday morning, bright and early. We're jumping in with our first cup of coffee and Warzone. What could possibly go wrong with this? Hope everybody's having a good week so far. I think we're gonna have to shift gears outside and do a little fall maintenance. I know it doesn't seem like fall yet, but we had a little heat wave and a lot of the leaves are starting to fall off the trees, which is good. It'll spread it out a little bit. IDK, good morning on TikTok. So we're gonna do a little, probably last of the season mowing of the yard, blow the leaves, clean the spider webs off of everything, and hopefully get ready for fall. So I changed my mouse sensitivity a little bit more this morning. Probably still not as good as it needs to be. That's okay. I think I need to turn up my brightness. We're not able to see people good for some reason. Bill's Mafia, what is up? And Cassidy, good morning. Over on Twitch, welcome in. Hope the audio and everything's working. There was an OBS update, which is usually not really good. I mean, OBS is a wonderful product, but every time I put an update in, the audio levels seem to get screwed up. But that's okay. All right, David McCallum, good morning on TikTok. Hope everything is good with you. T-Tuck, Elvin, I don't know how to say it. Floyd, good morning. You changed your loadout after the update. I did. I'm running the Striker now instead of the Static HV. We tried the Static a couple days before the update, and it seemed to be about on par with the Static, but I think after the update it's a little bit better. Jonathan, what's up? Bill's Mafia, working. Can you hear? Working. Can hear you fine. Thank you for the update, Bill. All right, where are we going? We're a little late. They have these new contracts that are supposed to be harder. That's all we need, is something not as easy. Guess we're just gonna go way out on the edge and hope for the best. Cody, you ever think about doing radio? LOL, you got the voice. I never have. Never thought about radio. I think I'd get bored. I don't have enough to talk about. I think playing video games is fun because obviously I have something to do while I'm talking. Something to talk about. I don't have to come up with subject matter all the time. And I don't know that I have the voice for it. I guess people always say that you sound strange to yourself, and I think that's the case with me. I don't feel like my voice is all that. All right, we'll make one run through here. There's usually somebody in here though, so gotta be careful. I'd like to grab an SMG somewhere, but can't get too picky at this point in time. Same thing we already have. All right, well, got a sniper behind us, but he's looking the other direction, so we're gonna pop this up. But if he comes to the front side of this building, we're kind of screwed. He's right up there, and I don't think we're gonna be able to put hits on him. He just jumped off the backside, it looks like. Patience. Portable radar, more big guns. bunker key card. All right, let's reevaluate the map real quick. We can't go to this one because it's going to be out of scope by the time we get there. So we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go train station area. Which is all right. It'll give us time to loot up on the way over there. Still need an SMG though. We are still running around with some big cannons, and we need something smaller. Floyd, the MCW viable after getting buffed. The MCW, it seems pretty good, but I don't think it's as strong as the STG still. If you look at the damage per shot, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's a little bit less than the STG, and the fire rate's a little bit more, but if you do the math on rounds per minute versus damage per minute, the STG still is better. So yeah, I mean, your mileage might vary, and I think you could probably get the MCW to be a little more. I kind of want to buy station, but I don't want to go to the one that guy just dropped on that rooftop. He's probably still up there. Still need a self-revive also, so we should keep looking for that. We do have a buy station right in front of us. There was the guy that jumped off that building in front of us, and he was running this way, so gotta watch out for him. Alright, well, we don't have smokes. What we're going to have to do is just run and zigzag and hope he's not good. We need him to miss a couple more shots. Most wanted right in front of us. It's awesome. Trying to be super random on my movements. Alright, there was a guy right behind us in this building. There he is. Don't feel comfortable running away from him yet. Alright, let's run. Free loadout. That'll get him looking at that, maybe. We are not going to go back for that free loadout. I feel like there's too many snipers looking at it, but this buy station's probably getting looked at also. So I guess you just got to pick your poison. All right, well, so far we're not dead. It's a good sign. Just put it in the backpack. Man, this thing is so temperamental sometimes looting. I don't know if you guys on console have the same issue, but PC and looting, when you pick stuff up, it's not always straightforward. All right, well, I think the balloon's already launched on this, so that would mean the bunker's open. If so, we're gonna have company in here. Wish we would have kept our little radar. He's all the way down at the end. What we're gonna want is that second room. As long as we're quiet, we might be able to sneak up on him, but I don't know. Why are we not getting him? Maybe Striker's not good. Alright, he got the other room also. How about Specialist? Man, he cleaned this place out. We're not going to find Foresight. We have gas coming in. This is going to be a bust, I think. So all of that, and we get a whole bunch of nothing out of it. Well, at least we still have our bunker key card, so we can go do something else. There were some boxes back here in the beginning we can try, but I've never seen Foresight at the beginning. We do have a tactical pair of sneakers, so we can run a little bit faster. We do have tempered. Alright, well, guess that's the end of that. So, there we go. Jack, what's up? Let's see what we're talking about. The bow feels a bit bouncy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the bow might be fun to play with, but I can't imagine that it's going to be very useful. Kind of want to get to the front and buy something before we have to jump off this thing. There's a guy in the water below us. I'm hoping he's in the water. I don't know what we could buy. A gas mask, perhaps. And the self-revive that we never found. Alright, let's work on an exit strategy here. I would guess somewhere in Lowtown is where we want to go. We still have a bunker key card, so we can get over to... We can get over to Old Town. We could buy again. Or check out the bunker again, I guess. I tell you what, though, time to kill on the Striker did not feel very good on that guy down in the mine shaft or in the bunker. Let's catch up on chats a little bit. We have Jack and Chinook. Jack and Cook, I guess. Man, I missed a lot of it. Sometimes I have that issue too. Yeah, looting. I have ammo box, utility box, can't re-equip ammo like multiplayer. Yeah, I don't know why it's kind of clunky to grab stuff, but it is. And it seems like I dropped my utility box accidentally, and we picked up a combat camera, so that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and move across. I think we've sat here for enough time. We're just going to try to take the redeploy, get straight to the Old Town bunker. It has not been opened, which is kind of strange. I would have thought for sure it would have been open by now. So all we're doing is running straight to the back, looking for Foresight, and getting out of here. We are going to actually get this utility box and do it with that camera. We don't need that. Foresight, there it is. Let's get that on the ground. It would be nice to get Specialist, but not a requirement. The worst thing is staying in this area too long because there's going to be somebody looking at us. So let's go ahead and work towards that direction. Got people already positioned over here, so we're just gonna get on this big building for a minute. And come on, bird turgler. Man, that was not good. We heard the guy landing. I didn't think he was right on the roof, but obviously he was. That was horrible. All right. We need some cash. I don't know. I thought we slid right in front of him and got pretty much every shot, but nope. Didn't do it. Indictment. No rebirth. No rebirth. We play Battle Royale in the morning. That allows me to hopefully work with chat some and talk to you guys. It also lets me drink my coffee sometimes. Today, not so much. Anderson, good morning. Miguel, what is going on? William Arnold, the Jack Glassless optic is great for the recoil control, especially on the STG. Yeah, I run the Choreo Eagle Eye instead of the Glassless. Oh, I did not even see that guy. That was horrible. Yeah, I almost think my bright. Oh, you know what it is? We had an update, and my NVIDIA filters are off. And what that means is I can't see crap. So let's see if we can reload our NVIDIA filters really quick here. I think I can access it this way. Game filters. Yeah, so all these are gone, and I never know how to set them, but I'm pretty sure it's, oh, I don't know. I almost think it's just brightness and contrast, a little bit of brightness, maybe a little bit more exposure, not much. More highlights, less shadow. We'll say that's good enough. Batman, good morning, and also enjoy the nice cup of coffee. Yes, cup of coffee is vital in the morning. New dude over on, where are you? YouTube, good morning. Rise Clan, can I play? No, probably not. You know the drill. Starscream, good morning. Your gameplay better and more efficient now. I don't know about that. I still feel like we're struggling for some reason. Let's look at a test loadout. Let's go with the SMGs. We'll put the static in here real quick. And the striker. Let's take these to the firing range. Just look at them. I don't know that we're going to make a change. It just feels like time to kill is not good. So ADS on the static is a lot better than ADS on the striker. There's a little bit of a sluggishness to it. Let's just shoot at that middle target. Look at recoil. The static is a little bouncy at whatever range that is. 25 meters, I guess. The striker, also a little bouncy, but much quicker. It feels much quicker. A closer target, striker seems quick. And this is with 3 plates, so it should be pretty equal. I don't know. It doesn't seem like any big deal. You may have to download new NVIDIA beta. Indictment. Yeah, I saw there was a notice when I loaded the update yesterday that said my NVIDIA drivers were not the optimum drivers. But I looked in the normal driver patch and I didn't have any. So maybe, yeah, there is a beta load for drivers. But I'm not going to do it. It's okay. If you get a win, I'm going to drop a Galaxy. I don't know what that means, but thank you, L1, LX. Dropping a Galaxy. I guess that's a good thing. We'll hope it's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know much about the TikTok gifts. I don't know if a Galaxy is a good thing or not, but it sounds good. Sounds like a whole lot of something. Yeah, our time to kill does not feel as quick as it should. In order for you to get filters to save, indictment. Oh, really? So your filters don't save? Huh. You know, I've always had the issue, though. My filters save just fine, but as soon as I get another another NVIDIA update, or I redo the shaders in the game. The filters go away. So I don't know what the issue is. Hunter Young, a gift man. That's good to know. Yeah, I don't know what a galaxy gift is, but thank you for that so much. That's awesome if we get a win. How about a top 10 finish? I mean, that sounds like a galaxy to me. Top 10. Diesel, what is up? Over on Twitch, welcome in. Yeah, I turned down my ADS sensitivity a little bit this morning. I think I may have went too far because I feel like I'm not quite getting where I need to be. But we'll see. All right, so these contracts are supposed to be mucho better. And I would guess that would mean there's going to be a lot more people going for them, so we'll forego that. Bug, fun to put the BTA pops. I don't know what man, you guys are coming up with all kinds of words I don't even know. Vaughn, hey, how you doing? I find your gold mine videos very interesting. Thank you for that, Vaughn. Yeah, I still enjoy the gold mining. It's an activity I'm still doing probably 3 or 4 times a week, I guess. All right, L1, stay tuned in. We're going for the win here. I almost think we should drop on this contract below us. I don't hear anybody. Apparently you get much better loot out of the better contracts, but don't know if it's worth the grief. We have enough grief always. Not in a super hurry. Yeah, I still feel like I'm a little scattered on my mouse sensitivity. Don't need a C4, but it's better than no 4. STG, don't need a haymaker. Let's just get to our contract. Didn't hear anybody dropping with us. So we should be okay for at least a couple of buildings. You know, I did hear that the Puma yacht is a thing again. I guess it always has been, but it's just, see, this looting is less than graceful. All right. How are we going to get over there without getting blasted by somebody? Once you start this, you're kind of locked in. We got the guy right below us. For a second. You ready? Oh, come on, get it. Just pick it up. Put it in your backpack. Oh my God. So, no key card, huh? Oh, there it is. I don't know why we can't pick stuff up. Why does it do that? I don't know. All right, well, let's go get our stuff. Oh, we should actually get our loadout while we're here. Not that it's going to help us any. Be nice and quiet so nobody hears us. Just put the thing in your box. All right. So we have the train going by, so we're not going to have that distraction this time. got a durable gas mask. We really don't need a lot. It's about the drop shot work like a treat there. Yeah, we almost lost that gunfight. He was sliding to the right around that air conditioner and almost didn't get that done. I feel like my movement speed is less with the striker than it was with the static. I don't think it's drastic, but I definitely feel like it's not quite as fast. All right, we need the shoes, we need the thing and the other thing. Self-revive, there's our shoes. That is not foresight. Foresight's the only thing I really want. I could really care less about the whatever it is, the specialist. I don't think it really helps me that much. We got a guy right behind us. Make a little noise. I thought that was the door. I put the mine on the wrong door. That was not good. That worked horribly, and I don't think my filters are good. I still couldn't see that guy at all, but it was too late by the time we even knew he was there. He was already shooting us. Man, these kids are good today. A lot better than I am. The Marcus, good morning. Call me Pug, good morning. The Casual, good morning. Nick, specialist is OP. It definitely helps out. Yeah, I guess it helps. I don't know. All right, we need cash so we can get our load out. That's of course getting cash and not getting out of the gulag doesn't help at all. Why do we get to go again? Is it like you get to go until you get out? Well, this time we don't need cash, so that's good. Another go again. I don't know. Did we have... We must have picked up something in there, in the bunker. I don't know. Maybe they just feel bad for me. How did you get the gulag twice? 3 gulags. I have no idea. I think they just think I'm special and I need help. Maybe the lobby's dying out quicker than it should, so they just don't want people to go away. It's like, hey, stay and play our game. We need you. I wonder what's up there. The rocks go in there. Huh, interesting. All right. Well, you know what it is. A new season, new updates. You know, I don't know how he got there so quick. I guess he just went right up the middle. But his aim was ass, and he still killed me. I don't know. This game is just screwed. Not good. Yeah, I've never seen the triple gulag before. That was kind of weird. Well, that just wrecked our whole KD for that game. We're like a negative, or we're probably like a 0.2 at this point. Screw squad. Try to climb out. No, we really got to kill. I mean, if somebody pursues you, you got to kill them. You can't just climb out. They would wreck you. I don't know. I just feel like we're not doing something right today. It's all right, though. I guess the saddest part of that whole game is we did not get the Galaxy. So thank you for the offer of the Galaxy, but we didn't quite get her done. What else did we miss? I know there was something. Time to play Fortnite. Yeah, maybe. That red window. Oh, try to climb out the red window? Yeah, I got to it too late. I was going to try to jump on the box next to it. I need to break the window, I guess, closer to the box, maybe? Play boot camp. It's better for new players. L1. Yeah, the sad thing is L1, I'm not really a new player, so I don't know. Justin zips out almost every time. I zip out quite often. I mean, if I'm running around and there's somebody like if anytime there's smoke in the middle, I'm not going to be able to see the guy. So just head for the zip line and bug out of there. The casual says, sweats this early morning. Dang, yeah, it's. I mean, we're normally pretty good on Gulag, but we just lost 3 in a row, so that's pretty bad. I think it's just new season. Everybody's not back to school yet or something. I don't know. 6-2, welcome in. Play boot camp. You know, we have been playing boot camp for the last couple days. When we have our stream sniper problem, that's our go-to is go jump in boot camp and beat up on bots for a little bit. That's always fun. We were actually my squad. We were waiting for one of the members to show up last night, so 3 of us jumped into boot camp together. We didn't do squad fill, so it was just 3 against everybody, and it was so pathetically easy. I mean, it was just you pretty much walk down the middle of the street just shooting people. Ray, which was the first movie at a movie theater watched to go see with a girl back in the day? With a girl. I don't know. Probably Top Gun would have been on that list. That would have been in, what, 85? Something like that, 84, 83. Blue Crush was probably on the list. I don't remember. I think the only time we ever really went to movies, like on dates, is if we went out and we were drunk and we needed to sleep somewhere before we went home. The movie was a good place to get that done. You could just go in there, slide down in the chair, and take a nap. Hopefully recover a little bit before you had to drive home. I know, probably not a safe way to live. But somehow we all survived. I think we all survived. I don't know. But yeah, I've never really been a big moviegoer. I mean, anytime there was an epic film, like when Star Wars first came out, yeah, we went to see that. I can't see that far. Some of the Star Trek movies I went to the theater to see. Top Gun, obviously. I didn't go to the theater. I haven't been in a theater in 20 years, probably. So even back in the day, it just wasn't something I would like to do. We always had a big screen TV, even back when they were, you know, the big old furniture type TVs. We were early adopters on CDs and VHS tapes, so we always had Blockbuster things available. So didn't go see a lot of movies. Have you tried the SVA? It's up there with the STG in my opinion, the casual. I used to have an SVA build. I kind of got away from it when they made the semi-fire mode have recoil, and haven't really looked back at it. I have picked up as ground loop before, and it just doesn't seem very good at range. L1, have you tried controller on PC? I'm not a fan of the controller. I just don't like it. I know it's better for this game, but for most games it's not. And I just don't think it's not for me. I've tried it. I have one. I just don't use it. All right. I think we're going to try this thing. I've never been to one, but it's probably going to be super hot. I would think since it's a new type of contract, we're going to get a lot of people looking at it. I did hear that the Puma yacht, big LMG, is a thing again. So I built one up yesterday, and I just can't bring myself to use it because of speaking of an SVA, we just grabbed one. Need some plates before we get in a battle of any kind. Guy on the other side of the train. Boyd Barr, what is up? Welcome in from Maine. That's awesome. Yeah, you know, there was no reason to get in those fights. We could have just kept moving away, try out the contract, see what kind of loot we got for it. But no, we got destroyed. And I don't know if you're like a most wanted with the contract. Maybe you're seen on the map because there were people all over us for some reason. All right, what do we have? We have a Core 45 and a Sapuri. Couldn't see anything in the smoke. But that's okay. We seemed to somehow work it out. We moved enough that he couldn't shoot us. That's all that matters there. All right, what do we got? We have 950 bucks to our name, so let's go for most wanted. It's probably not the best one to go for. All right, we're on circle over here. We're fine. Gotta watch out on these roofs. There's always somebody on them. Wow. Just hit a big old lag. MCW with a big magazine. That's always something.
Enemy soldier incoming.
I couldn't tell from the audio where he was. That was kind of strange. Yeah, I kind of thought he was up on the roof, but then when there was the guy down, oh, there were two of them out there. That's what happened to us. So frustrating. All right, let's grab some coffee. Aaron Ellis, good morning over on YouTube. We're gonna get some coffee. We're gonna do better, I think. We'll try. All right. Well, I know it's only August, not quite early enough to even be thinking about fall yet, but there's so many leaves on the ground. I guess we had a little dry spell this summer. So a lot of the trees kind of went into shock and are dropping their leaves early. So I think today is going to have to be Family Yard Day. Going to get out there and mow the grass one more time this season, do some weed eating, blow some leaves, you know, the normal type stuff. Ikura DPGladius, don't remember me no more. Hold on, let me look at your thing here real quick. Peak something. Pekin something. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. RIP. Sure. Hope you and the missus are well. Yes, we are doing great. Thank you for asking. The casual. I've heard that the audio got worse in this update. Do you feel like that's true? I do. I feel like the directional audio is not as good. I still hear things. I'm hearing footsteps. I'm hearing everything I've been hearing before, but it feels like directionally things are not right, and I don't know why. L1, what headset is that? This is the Razer Kraken V3. I don't know. It was a cheap headset. It's the HyperSense version. So it has this like subwoofer thing in the ear, and I keep it turned off because I don't know. It feels like somebody's flicking on your ear when there's heavy bass. So like anytime there's kill streaks or something going by, it's just irritating. But it seems like a good headset. It's comfortable to wear. Um, it's not broken. I just put the orange tape on it to make it match my old headset. That's all. Brad, good morning. IK, my old username was Hunter. Well, Hunter, how would I know who you were if you changed your name? And who changes their name? You know, I see that a lot in the game. It's like I'll be playing with somebody. I know their gamer tag. I've known it for years, and all of a sudden they show up a week later. Hey, my name is now this. What happened to your old account? Or why'd you change? So I don't know. But I do remember we have a lot of hunters around, so it's hard to say. IK, you're not like related to me, Hunter, are you? From Texas? I don't know. Head honcho, have you done the Champions Quest yet? Um, no, I don't think so. I think way back in the day, back on the old map, the old big map, Urkistan, what was the old map? Al-Mazrah? I think on the Al-Mazrah map we got the 5 kills in a season, or and there was also a bunch of free stuff. So like there was a period of time anybody could do Champions Quest contracts. And I think we did it once, and I don't know, we didn't get it finished or something. It's really not something I'm interested in. Ooh, go get a nuke. You know, I keep this 30 round magazine on the STG, and I don't really think it's enough. It's usually enough, but not always. But it's so much more stable when you put a front grip on it. Yeah, my bad. I remember used to be in a live with that one with nice, I don't know what that means. Ah, so many things. X-God, good morning over on Twitch. How you doing today? She usually sees your live and is here. That's good. All right, what are we going to do this time? I don't know. There's some bounties that are high stakes. I kind of like these intel contracts. It gives you loot. You get a little bit of intel out of it. Maybe that's why they call it the intel contract. Pretty far flight over here. Remember I used to run the MAC-10 gun and the RAM gun. You used to use that as the main gun. Yeah, I used to like the RAM 7, I guess it was. When that first came out, it was OP, and I don't know, you had to put the, I guess it wasn't great until they came out with that jack muzzle for it, and then it was like rock solid. You couldn't miss with it. All right, let's not worry about loot. I say that, but I'd sure like to have a weapon. And a plate or so would be good. Guess what I mean is, let's don't go out of our way for loot. I don't know how to get up on this building. Well, we made it to the first floor. That's not a staircase. That doesn't look like a staircase. Yeah, my map knowledge could be a little bit better in this side of the world. I'm not a huge fan of it. Yes, that nice lady. Yes, Melanie, LOL. He's talking about Melanie, Rogue. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do know Melanie, but I'm trying to think Hunter. I don't know any Hunter that used to hang out with Melanie or anything. She usually sees your lives. You come off as iron lung like a hard man. I don't even know what that means. How did we lose that? I mean, Wow, his audio is way better than ours. I mean, he heard us coming all the way across the building. Everything. That was pretty bad. I don't get that. I come off as an iron. Do I wheeze a lot? I don't get it. I'm not a hard person. I'm pretty easygoing for the most part. As long as nobody crosses me, I'm pretty easygoing. I mean, if somebody's mean to me, oh, I can be mean right back for sure. Sorry, Miss Fantasy? I don't know. All right, what do we have? 6,400 bucks and a dream. Let's go ahead and get close to a buy station. Probably on the correct side of the river, so let's head over here somewhere. And I don't think we're going to go bunker. We're just going to slow play it, see if we can do whatever. Do you still use the MAC-10 and the RAM combo? I do not. The meta in this game changes so much. It seems like every season and mid-season. They switch stuff up so much. I mean, the RAM 7 never really came back into favor. And I don't know the last time I've used the MAC-10, which is, what do they call it now? The VEL? I think the MAC-10 is now the VEL, but I don't know. They changed the names. They try to make things seem different, but in reality, nothing really changed since Modern Warfare 19. WSP or the Supuri. I guess we're sticking with what we got. Even though it didn't seem to work well in the Gulag. Even though we won, it still felt horrible. I don't know what those perks do. Let's look at it again. It has a strong arm, a parachute, a thing, and a thing. Well, I guess we'll take it. I should really learn those icons. I mean, it's not a lot to memorize, right? All right, there's a buy station right here. We need a couple $100 bucks, and somebody just bought something. You know, with the chain link fence, they don't get aim assist. If I could fight through a chain link at the wrong time to plate. Peace, hope, and unity. Good morning. Weps, good morning. How are you doing today? Yeah, from what I've heard, Melanie's on a road trip, so she won't be here today. Which is good. She needs to get out and do something. All right, well, let's play again. That was horrible. Does doing intel give you final circle? Intel, I mean, if you do enough of them, I guess you can get final circle, but you only get one circle at a time. So you kind of want to pick when you finish it. You know, you wouldn't want to finish it right before they'd reveal the next circle, or else you didn't learn much. But if you get it right at the beginning of a circle, that's good. You'll get the next circle. So it kind of gets... Alex, stop trying to melee people. Yeah, that was bad. We plated, and I don't know. Nothing good was going to happen there. I could have switched guns, probably would have been the best thing, and that would have broken the animation of the plating, maybe. Third party ain't no party, like a third party. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I don't know. I mean, we killed that guy. I don't think we were low on plates, but I think we were at least one plate down. I heard the guy around the corner. By the time I got that animation to stop, all I could do was thrash the keyboard and try to melee. What's the build on the Striker? I don't know. I just kind of threw it together yesterday. I think it has the 48 round magazine. It has the quartermaster suppressor. I put the NIDAR optic on it because it doesn't have the ADS penalty that the Jack Glassless does. I don't know. Next time we get back to the lobby, we'll look at it. But I don't think it's anything special yet. I was mostly just looking at at aim down sight speed because I couldn't get it as fast as the static. But if you look at the damage numbers, it is definitely better in waist and extremities than the static. So that's about where I shoot everybody at anyway. It's pretty stable, but I can't hit anybody with it more than about 20 meters. All right. Yeah, I saw it, Weps. And he's gone. Yeah, I don't mind, you know, people cutting up a little bit in chat, but I end up reading most things in chat, and unfortunately, if I don't know what it is, I'll try to sound it out. So when somebody throws something weird up there, Weps is just trying to protect me from ultimate embarrassment. No, it's not really embarrassing. It's more pathetic for the guy that put it up there. Ma doing his thing. All right, so we need to dissuade this guy from going here. Probably ain't gonna happen. He's gonna go with us anyway. Oh, he did. He decided to go elsewhere. It's awesome. Right here on our rooftop. So unless he can get up here really quick, we'll be good with it. There's a staircase right here. If he's going to come up, I think that's where he would come up at. Yeah, Weps, I don't know what you're going to do on your stream today. If you guys don't follow Weps, you probably should. He has a dry sense of humor for the most part. No, not a dry. I don't know what the right word would be. An interesting take on life. We'll say that. Where is the card? Did it fall all the way down, maybe? But yeah, follow him and check out his stream sometimes. Well, I guess we're not going to get a bunker card. But what I was going to say, Weps, is Melanie's on vacation, so you're not going to have a mod. I might jump over there and watch it for a little bit to take out the trash if it shows up. What do we got? A BP-50 and a BMG. All right, 8 grand. Where's the buy station? Close. Train. Let's go get the train. I like driving the train around. That's always a fun time. Do not want to jump onto an open car. Guessing he didn't jump on the train. How are we on circle? I think we'll ride this for a couple minutes. Stay on the gravy train. All right. Looks like we're going to go to Old Town ultimately. Let's get some high ground this match. Peace and hope. We could try that. I don't know Don't know where we want to be though. We do have a redeploy balloon coming up on our side. That's probably the best option to get out of here. Do have a buy station, but not enough cash to really do anything about it.
Stay sharp.
We are hunted, but it's only a single thing, not a major problem yet. A little relocate might help out. I think we want to be on the other side of the river. Probably staying on the train would have been a better option for us. Listen for a second. I didn't see anybody on the rooftop as we came over the top. But we don't want to run out in the open if there's anybody on this roof. So let's get under this bridge. At least we'll have a little bit of cover. See, we could have just taken the train. Stayed in cover the whole time. Probably would have been the most reasonable thing to do. Let's just go ahead and work in, unfortunately, past the loadout, but it's all right.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
So there are people back where we just left. Surprised nobody was here looking for their loadout. Somebody said high ground. Here we go. No, I don't know that. I don't know that high ground is good for us right here. We need to keep moving towards middle. So we want to get all the way in here somewhere. Our bounty went away. That's good. Did we see somebody behind that car? I think my eyes are screwed up. All right. Well, we're slowly making it in the right direction. I think we have all the stuff we really need, so we just need to stop looting. We have room for some stuff, so might as well keep looting. Yeah, let's keep going. I don't feel good about getting behind the gas. Trying just to scan the rooftops, make sure we're not running into somebody looking straight down at us. New meta since yesterday's update. What's the biggest gold you've ever found? Movie clips. Biggest gold is probably about the size of, well, I don't know. You know, one of those little gnat things that fly around and bug the crap out of you when you're like trying to eat a hot dog or a hamburger at a picnic? That's about as big of a piece of gold that we found so far. Not really, not very profitable. All right, let's decide where we're gonna go. Wait till the circle gets smaller. Yeah, Raul, we're gonna kind of wait this out. We need 23 seconds, but we know that moving this direction is probably in our benefit. So let's. Everything's open. We got a guy right next to us. Not sure what his goal would be. I think he's going up inside a building. Yeah, we definitely don't want to cross over. Don't know where he ran off to. I feel like he just stopped moving. Or the audio is really that bad. We can't sit here. I don't know. I don't even know what gold does for anymore. Well, gold, you can sell it to get money, so it's good for that. You could. There's a lot of need in industry for gold. Like computers wouldn't exist without gold. So yeah, gold is still a thing, even though it's technically not. So I don't. We just got destroyed with the static. I don't know. Go get a UAV. How about let's go to the gulag instead? I felt like we got more shots on him than he got on us, but that just didn't seem to matter. All right. I'm thinking the static is probably still better than the striker, even though it did get a nerf. That's unfortunate. That is way unfortunate. I think I still have a loadout we could buy that has the static in it, so maybe we will do that. Probably didn't need a whole magazine to take that glass out. It actually has a bird's eye perk with it, so it's usually a bad thing to have. Guess let's just get to that buy station. Got people over here. See if we can listen. He definitely sounds behind me. Same guy. I just don't get it. You worry too much about money and loot after you already got your loadout. Garrett, I don't have my loadout. We were working on getting my loadout. We had our loadout, and then we died due to this guy. So he's shooting behind everybody and still getting hits. I don't get that. Anyway, we're not going to complain. We're just going to play again. Nike, DP, I think putting cold-blooded perk is more of your game style. Enemies won't be alerted, and you ain't if they have high alert. Cold-blooded, Nikes 24. We could probably do that. Diver, are we trying? I don't know. Hayes Kelly thinks we could play good together. Let's change it. Let's get rid of our high alert and go with cold. What is cold? I don't know what cold blood is going to do for us. I think it takes you off of UAVs or something. I don't know. What does cold blooded do? Cold blooded or high alert? I always think high alert's better for us. Fill the coffee up and we'll do better. I still have coffee. I don't think that's the issue. Hogfish uses cold blooded also. So there's 2 for cold blooded. Bros build CZ. How many games have you played? You mean like forever? How many games have I played? I've played way too many games. I've played so much that we should be better than we are. All right, so let's look at our loadout. So Mountaineer, is there something we should do better for Mountaineer? We don't do a ton of jumping off of high things. Resupply, we could do away with resupply and go with cold-blooded. Or we could lose high alert and go with something. I guess we're going to go cold-blooded instead of resupply. We're just going to... Oh, I don't think it changed. Yeah, it changed. All right, so cold-blooded instead of resupply. We'll see if that works. Cold-blooded is the 3rd perk. You won't show up on thermal and won't trigger high alert. All right, well, we'll give that a shot. Thanks, Hogfish. Thanks, Nikes. And thanks, D, over on TikTok. Aaron Thomas, good morning. Aaron Ellis, good morning on YouTube. Sorry I missed you guys earlier. Garrett, calm down. He doesn't come and tell you how to play. I didn't even see Garrett's comment. I apologize, Garrett. Garrett, oh, worried about money and loadout. Yeah, I didn't have my loadout, so I really kind of need to worry about loadout at that time of the game. That was going to be one of the last few buy stations. We had like 6,800 bucks, so grabbing loot was the thing to do there. It just didn't work out, but other than that, it was okay. If it would have worked out, it would have been, yeah, that was the thing to do. Billy BS, thanks for following. Ray, you can have cold-blooded and high alert. Yeah, that's what we're going to run. We lost resupply, but I don't really run that many smokes and things anyway, so maybe it'll be okay. Ryan Lake, did I unlock the bow yet? No, I haven't. I haven't even looked at the event. I don't even know where it's at. There's a new weapon in the battle pass. I don't think I've unlocked that either. I haven't really played any, except I did play a little bit of Resurgence with my squad last night, and I logged on this morning to play. So that's about the extent of it. Haas, keep up the cool videos. Thank you. Joe, thanks for the follow. Richie Rich, good morning. Sorry I missed that earlier. You won't have people turn on you when you look at them. It's nice. You know, I do get a lot of people turning on me, usually after I've missed like 8 shots on them. Then they turn around and just shoot at me. Billy BS says the spear. I guess that's what's in the battle pass is the spear. I can't see me ever using the spear. Doesn't feel like a modern warfare type weapon to me. And even the compound bow, I would think that a nice little crossbow would be better than a compound bow if you were going to really go into combat with it. And even that, I think it's hard to beat a good gun. All right, what are we going to do now that we have our... So we're going to go over here. People have turned on me my whole life, Nick says. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, I think it takes a whole lifetime to actually find a few good people in your life. And the rest of them are pretty much a waste of time. waste of energy for the most part. And it's usually pretty easy to tell who's going to be like that in your life, but we always expect people to be better than they are. I wonder if it'll kill you if you're like standing right over that thing when you pop it off. This is really bad dropping right in here. If anybody's on any of these rooftops, they're going to see us. And somebody's looking at us right now. Really? You were able to climb up the ladder and almost shoot me in the face? And I almost died to that. So he was climbing the ladder, was able to jump off, shoot me, and almost kill me before we downed him. It's amazing. This game is comical sometimes. Alright, what do we got? A BP-50 and a... Sure. And I do not see the card, key card. Could be up here on the edge, I guess. Alright, what this guy had? So he had an STG-44. I guess we're going to take his gun. This has all the makings of going really poorly. But that's okay. DP, how did you learn to build things? Some construction, self-taught. Yeah, my dad was big into DIY type stuff. He was actually in the Air Force, and he was an airline pilot for Continental. But in his off time, he was always building stuff. It's like, I don't remember him ever buying any like furniture for us kids as kids. It was always just self-built stuff. All right, we do not want to die to this again. We don't really need anything. We have specialist, so we don't need a vest. We do need a self-revive though. But we can get that anywhere. We don't really need to sit. Oh, there it is right there. I was going to say we don't have to sit here and deal with. There's people fighting at the exit. I'm glad we didn't decide to go out that way. I was going to say we're going to heave a smoke that way, but we don't have our loadout. And yeah. So we're just going to try to sneak away. Alright, in a minute we're going to take a break here and look at the map and try to figure out where we need to be. So we got to be all the way downtown, super long distance away. So we either go back to that redeploy balloon on the bunker, or we take a car, or we just wing it and run. You know, you might think it was weird. Why did I run when somebody landed right next to me? I found that usually when I stand still for too long and somebody lands in, it's a stream sniper. And usually we do better off moving than staying put. And it is. It's aim assist gay. And I didn't say that as a derogatory term. That's his name, and he is a stream sniper. He's always chasing us around. Ray, you inspired me to look up how to make things for a house after you built that one house. The bathhouse, yeah, that was a fun little build. I mean, there's so many different ways to build stuff, so you got to be careful. Like modern construction with 2x4s and stuff rely on a lot of plywood material and things too. To stiffen it up, where a lot of what I do is board and batten, which you have to put cross members in it to stiffen it up. So you got to be careful. Chris Thrasher, good morning. Sorry I'm late getting into the live. Let's get it done today. Get that win. Chris, we are trying real hard, but we are struggling for sure. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's change our loadout back to the static. We've been running the, skip all this stuff. We've been trying to run the striker, but I don't feel like it's doing as well as the static was doing for us. So let's go back to that. Even though it took a nerf yesterday, I still think it's probably the better option. I'm going to work on it slightly. We're going to take off this Jack Glassless because it does have a 3% ADS penalty with the Jack Glassless optic. And we're going to go with that Nadar 2023 optic, which doesn't have any penalties, and it's almost as clear. So that's what we're going to do. Stay. I saw that the Pullman yacht and static are now the metas. Yeah, I think the static is still meta. I'm not sure about the Pullman yacht. I know it's up there, but it's just so clunky to use. I mean, it's not good. And Anna, English or Spanish, if you move in game now, you are bad at the game. I don't know what that means. We know we're bad at the game, so it doesn't really matter if we move or not. But yeah, I enjoy, I mean, I don't really enjoy regular like building construction, building a house, building a shed, things like that. I mean, those are things you have to build to put other stuff in. I really like doing stuff like wood turning, making bowls, making cups, things like that. I enjoy making like the crossbow projects. When I made the crossbows, that was a lot of fun because there's a lot of intricate parts in the trigger group. Trying to get the bow part flexible enough to stand up to the tension and not strong enough that you can't pull the thing back. Making real wooden longbows, that was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, so those are the things I really like. Is something that has a function. Brandon Kirkham, good morning. All right, so we're back with the static. We're still with the STG 44. Nick, I just did my walkway. Pulled up the old pavers and laid brick. That's a fun project. I mean, anything like that's gonna make your property look good. Something that you look at all the time that you don't like, it's time to change it. If you have a flower bed that doesn't seem to do anything for you, swap it out. Do something else. A walkway that's in disrepair, it's not that hard to tear it out and put it back in. Actually, it's a lot of work, but it's something to do and it'll make you feel good about yourself. Brad, people really think people get mad when they tell them that they are bad. I'm really bad and don't care. Yeah, Brad, I'm kind of like that. I know that I'm not good at the game, but I still enjoy playing it. Yeah, we're going to play anyway. I mean, if it wasn't for us bad players, the good players wouldn't have anybody to shoot. So there you go. Um, but I really, I'm back on Ray's question for a minute. I really enjoy doing a lot of stuff. It's not just building things. It's trying stuff that I've never done before, mostly. Just anytime I find something that I don't understand, I like to try to work it out and do it. And once I understand it a little bit, usually I'll drop it and go on to something else. So my knowledge isn't really deep in any one subject, but it's pretty wide as far as a bunch of little stuff. Nick saved 2,500 bucks doing the walkway himself. That's awesome. Surprised that a paver walkway, you couldn't just pull it up, re-level it, use the same pavers again. But if you didn't like the look of them or they were old or cracked or whatever, you couldn't get enough. Absolutely. Jason says lock in. We should probably lock in. I think we might be stuck in a connecting loop. It doesn't seem like it's doing much here. We're gonna launch again. Schnaggy, do you play with viewers? We used to play with viewers a long time ago, but we took a break from streaming for about 6 months, and ever since I've been back, we've decided that not to do that. Not because I don't like playing with you guys. It's just the stress and everything of trying to get the live stream at a certain time in the afternoon, trying to organize all the people that are going to play. It's overwhelming to be honest with you on that. And it takes a lot of the fun out of the game. because every game is going to be a different play style. You know, you'll get a few people that want to run and gun really fast, which is good. You get other people that aren't comfortable with that, so they'll play a little bit slower. So you try to alter your play style to match who you're playing with, and it just kind of gets weird. West Virginia fan, how does the fresh air get into the mine? Up in the mine shack above the mine, I have a blower motor. It's a inline 4-inch duct motor, and it can move like 500 and something cubic feet of air per minute, which is more than enough since there's only one person working in the mine. So yeah, that's mounted up in the mine shaft, and then I have it reduced to a 3-inch PVC going all the way down the shaft and sideways into the tunnel. And it should be good enough for probably another 50 feet of tubing before I have to do something more better. Luke, let's run it. Lost Taco. So Lost Taco is now Luke. There we go. I'll try to remember that. Hayes Kelly, don't worry, I won't stress you. I make life easier. No, I don't. It's not one person. I mean, I can adjust pretty well, but usually when we were running viewer quads, we would play quite a few games, and every game was a new squad. So you have 3 new people each game, and it was just hard to keep up with. And the word stress really probably isn't the right word. I'm not liking the nadar on this optic. It seems like it pushes way up high. It adds that extra ring along the bottom, which feels a little strange. I mean, it does 0 where you look at, which is good.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Some of the optics, wherever your center point is on your screen, whenever you zoom in, it doesn't zoom to that same spot, and that's very irritating. I don't know why they have that. West Virginia, how far into the mountains will you go? Oh, I don't know. I probably have a straight line I could go probably 200 or 300 feet before we would be off of our property. I don't think I'm going to go that far. I think I'm going to continue turning. You know, every 20 or 30 feet, I'll probably change directions a little bit. I don't know. I'm just digging and having fun. Double Stuff, good morning. Welcome in. Double Stuff's been watching the homestead streams. Love it. Keep it up. Yeah, we're enjoying the whole homesteading thing. It's kind of fun. And it's really not homesteading. We're more of a hobby homestead, I guess. We don't have livestock. We don't have, well, we tried to garden. We're just not good at it. At the end of the day, it's better for us just to go to the grocery store and buy our fruits and vegetables than trying to grow them. I mean, we try, but pretty much all we do is end up feeding the wildlife. That. I guess we're going to use it because we didn't mean to use my box. We're not going to be high enough. It's okay. We'll just grab the lower level here. We got people over on the firehouse or the police station. Oh, this is going to be bad. Hopefully they'll keep each other busy, but they're not. There's already somebody up here. So we had the guy at the bottom, and there's another guy at the top. He was watching the guy on the top. Yes, I don't like it. Won't help aiming down. Did you get the crystallization section of the mine jackhammered yesterday? I didn't. I worked on extending the tracks a little bit, just squaring up the tunnel where we started making the turn. You know, every time I do a mining video, there's probably another day or so of work just to neaten up the tunnel and make it safe. You know, clean up all the loose rocks and things on the roof. So there's a lot of other stuff that happens. Moving forward in the tunnel is secondary to making sure that everything you've already done is in good shape. All right, we got a guy in here with us. See if we can listen to where he is. I'm guessing he's on top, but I don't know that. I feel like his audio is going to be as good or better than ours. He's very patient about staying still. Makes it a lot harder to know where he's at. He was collecting vests. Alright, well, that could have went a lot worse than it did. We still don't have any cash. The whole idea of coming here was to loot, and that's not going to happen. Gulag re-entry, so we get to do it over again. We should probably pick up some perks.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
That almost went really poorly. Well, we're up to $3,000. There's one more box up top. The best thing that could happen here is for that bunker to open, and then we would be able to get out of here. Yeah, if the back door of this bunker opens right here, then we will get a... we can drop down in there and grab some stuff. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of hang out, I guess. We're not going to get anything. Oh, we have free loadout coming in. We should get as far back as we can. We're not going to get very far.
We got a loadout drop inbound.
There's two boxes together, it looks like.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Definitely two boxes. All right, well, still kind of want to gatekeep the backside of that bunker. Because if someone opens that, we can easily jump in, grab some stuff out of the back of it before they get there. Still is not open. Circle's coming our way. No, DP, don't do a reconsider. Poncho, I had installed campaign for Modern Warfare 2, 3, be able to play Warzone. Yeah, I don't think you have to install all that. I think you can choose the install to which portion of it you want to install. You know, I say that, but maybe you're right, because I looked at my games hard drive and it was almost full yesterday after the update. So they must have pre-installed all the content for BO6. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they try to blend everything together. Tread lightly, good morning. Robbie Killer, good morning. Who else are we missing? New revenue stream, mine excursions. You know, I would be afraid to have people pay me to go down in the mine. I think that would be a really bad idea. And I guess in reality, I wouldn't want to really show a lot of people where my mine is in case it does become profitable. I would say nobody's going to open this bunker at this point. We're just wasting our time. Oh. Did we hear somebody or was that our footstep delayed? I think that was our footsteps delayed for some reason. Jedi Master, good morning. Welcome in on Twitch. All right, well, let's go ahead and work our way out of here. I don't think that this is going to hold up, so we're going to go ahead and move back where we saw that loadout. We don't really need a lot of stuff. It would be nice to have a munitions box. We do have one utility box. But if we're really going to make last circle, we should have more stuff. I feel like we're missing. I'm not a big fan of running through this farms area. There's so much wide open space. So I think we're going to head down and then into this row of buildings by the highway. I think it's probably going to be a better option for us. I'm going to keep looking because we still want to self-revive if we can find it. We'd still like to get a stealth vest if we can find it. And again, we're not in a super hurry, so might as well do some shopping on the way. It's amazing. Some things you can jump over easy, other little rocks you can't even get over. So yeah, I think if we can keep our gunfights like in that 40 to 80 meter range, I think we'll do a lot better. Pushing inside buildings when we don't need to never goes well. Not only sometimes does it go well, I mean it never ever goes well. So I think we'll just slowly move up one building at a time. Yeah, of course, we're getting sniped at. Don't know where he was. Oh, he's right here. Lord, I'm trying to lean away. We cannot survive a precision in here. Nope, you can't do it. That was going to go bad no matter what. Good old third parties. Stockman, yeah, that download size for the update was painfully long. I didn't see the size of it because they did it as a preloaded content. So whenever I turned on my computers in the morning, it would download parts of it at a time. But yeah, I don't know why the updates are so big. I'm guessing they're just trying to get all the BO6 code out there. We decided we were going to try to jump through this window. Oh, too late. Michael German, good morning. Ryan the Visionary, good morning. And a bunker buster. Yeah, he was not going to let us survive that. I just can't get there. It looks like 38 gigabytes. I thought it was more. Yeah, I thought it was like 100 gigabytes. Maybe it was only 38. I don't know. But it was 38 gigs on top of whatever it was. It wasn't like it, not like they gave you the space back after the update. Well, that was less than encouraging. BO6 beta was included with all the maps and stuff. Yeah, that's probably why it was so big. All right, well, let me get some more coffee. We're going to go again. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half. We have another hour to go, so buckle up. So I mentioned Family Yard Day to Mrs. P. She's not on board with it, so I guess it's going to be Family Yard Day of 1. Robbie Killer, mine was 102 gigs for a BO6 beta. Yeah, I guess that's what it was. It's like my hard drive space went down a lot more than usual, which is kind of weird. Eventually, I'm going to start deleting some old games that I don't play anymore. Probably like Hell Divers and Hell Let Loose and I don't know, Gray Zone Warfare. All those can probably go away. Seems like anytime there's a mid-season update, the updates get slow. I think they only have so much bandwidth to send stuff out and uses it all up. CGS Chris, do you like the new Resurgence mode? We played it a little bit last night. I'm not really a fan because everybody has everything. So, everybody has specialist, everybody has foresight, everybody has their loadouts, and every box you open has top level loot. So they might as well just start the game mode off like that. They might as well just give you everything, kind of make it like a plunder game or something. I don't know. It just seems weird. Nathan, Dank, we're drinking coffee in the morning. What's the odds? Yeah, I drink coffee every morning on stream. That's my go-to thing. West Virginia fan, was Mrs. P in the computer industry as well? No, she wasn't. We actually met in high school during our senior year. We kind of went to school together the whole 4 years, but only met each other right at the end for some reason. After that, we both moved away to different cities. She went to college. I kind of went to work. And he's going up the stairs. We probably shouldn't chase. Luckily, he came back out, because chasing on that would have been bad. I don't feel like he's following us up the stairs. He's creeping somewhere. I'm not sure what he's doing. Is he on the roof? I mean, we're not going to just sit here and wait for him to do whatever he's doing. I think he's on the roof next door. He's not on the roof, so I don't know what he's doing in there. A Holger 26 with a big old optic. Yeah, that's not what you want. It's not what I want anyway. Now I feel like he's coming up our building. I don't know. Let's dip out of here. We don't need whatever drama is going to come with that. And we need to keep looting. We only have $2,000 and a dream. Ah, that was just bad. West Virginia, sneakers. Yeah, he was sneaking around, but I don't know. We should have extended after we shot him underneath that crane thing. We should have kept moving a little bit. Somehow the drop shot got him. There are your shoes. Yeah, we should have probably went for the sneaker shoes, but we didn't. All right, what are we gonna do now? What do we have? 1,400 bucks in a dream still. It's always a hazardous thing to jump on the roof of this building. Good news is we can jump from here to somewhere else fairly easy. Ooh, it's gonna be bad. The guy on the roof is gonna look down on us and shoot us in the back. Probably should have smoked it first. Not gonna last long enough. I do have one more smoke. So dangerous. No bunker card. There it is. Now, it's not always best to go for the bunker they mark. Alright, what do we got? We have a thing and a thing. No, there's two guys here. So bad, bad, bad. Uncle Cookout. What is up? Oh, I might be him, BB Gaming. I don't know why we're pitching BB Gaming, but better be bad gaming, I guess. Bryant Grant, hey boss, why don't you ever stream in the afternoons? Bryant Grant, I'm usually busy in the afternoons doing outside stuff, either working in the gold mine or yard work or recovering from those things. I don't know. In the afternoon, I do jump on and play some Warzone, but usually it's squad-based stuff, and it's not usually streamable. So we don't do that. We just do our morning thing, drink our coffee, and that's about it. I do want to thank all the new followers this morning on TikTok. We're at 28,800 followers, and we're trying to get to 30,000. So if you're watching the stream and you haven't followed yet, it's free. Just click the follow button. I don't know why I want 30,000. It's just I don't like the 28.8 number. We want something a little bit more even, maybe. Odd. Don't know. No, I really don't care. But if you would follow, awesome. Thank you. Panda, good morning. Addie, watching on my lunch break. Addie in Ireland. Welcome in. J35, just saw your gold mine video. You're pretty awesome, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, I enjoy the gold mining. I enjoy a lot of outdoor activities. So just so happens gold mining is the thing right now. Jay Lewis, I strive to be as cool as you at your age. Yeah, I would say anybody that's younger than me, just strive to last as long as I have and do cool. I don't know. I feel like the activities I do now are a lot less dangerous than the stuff I used to do, so that's good. You know, we used to fly aerobatic airplanes, doing loops and rolls and dangerous stuff like that. Kiteboarding, did the kiteboarding for a long time. A lot of people messed up in kiteboarding and either got injured or deaded for that. I still do it when I'm down in Florida, but not as much as I used to. I'm kind of a kite princess now, so unless it's a nice day, I don't go out. But we used to go out, you know, in tropical storm weather. Anything that was 6 foot waves or over was awesome. 20 knots of wind or over was the best. Don't do that so much anymore. What else? Offshore sailing. That was always fun until it's not. Sometimes going to the Bahamas, you would end up in the middle of storms at night. I remember off the coast of North Carolina, actually, or actually we were off the coast of South Carolina, and a tropical storm came in, and we weren't really used to sailing up here. Down in Florida, you know, you sail right down the coast, and if you need to duck in an inlet, there's an inlet everywhere. Not so much in the Carolinas. Every inlet, you have to go like 20 miles offshore, and then it's shallow bars and things in from there. So once we decided that it was getting too rough in the ocean, it was still several hours to get into safe harbor. I think we went into Georgetown. So yeah, that's always fun. So gold mining is not that bad. Stockman, what did you do in the computer industry? Well, right out of high school, oh, I have another thing. First, let's answer. Mrs. P, was she in the computer industry? No, she wasn't. We met in high school as high school sweethearts. She went away to college. I went to work. A few years later, we decided to move in together, and then right after that, decided to get married. She worked as a bank teller, and I worked as an aircraft mechanic. And by the time I got into computers, we already had our 2 kids on the way, and it was like she was a full-time mom at that point. So yeah, we thought it was much more important for her to be home with the kids than actually eat solid food. No, how come they don't put guns close to the things? Oh, there's one. All right, feel better. Feel much better about life now. We are ghosted. Nobody can see us. We can run through the yard with impunity. But no, so yeah, she was a stay-at-home mom, which worked out really well for our kids, and wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah, growing up, we sacrificed. Never had a lot of money to do anything. And then once I got into computers and started making money, we were doing better. But it was a long haul also. But yeah, as far as me in the computer industry, I started out, as I said, an aircraft mechanic, and then I had a friend that had an insurance agency, just a little auto insurance agency type deal. And I went to visit him one day, and he was doing everything manually, just handwriting applications and stuff like that. And I said, there's things called computers where you can type this stuff in once and it can fill out all the forms for you. I said, well, no, really? So I took a copy of all of his, actually I took one of each of his forms with me. went home for the weekend, wrote some software, just a quick database software that would let him key in name, address, driver's information, vehicle information, stuff like that. And let's get safe for a second, then we'll go back out and look for that key card. I don't know why I don't ever see it. Key card, there you are. But it took me maybe 2 days to come up with the software to do his thing. And took it back to him like the next week and said, hey, look, you type in your stuff. It fills out the forms. If you need different forms, you don't have to type it out. You just select the guy off the list and it's all good. So he said, oh, that was awesome. So we worked on the software a little bit, and I ended up getting my insurance agent license at the time because it was a lot more money than being an aircraft mechanic. And kept working on my software, worked as an insurance agent, which was not my favorite thing to do, but is what it is. Started making more money and finally had about 50 insurance agencies all using my software. And this was back, before Y2K. I mean, this was back in the early 90s. There was nothing else like it around at the time for small insurance companies, so it was kind of cool. But yeah, I had a lot of people using my software, and finally just had another company decide they wanted to buy it. So I went along with them as kind of tech support for the software and ended up working 30 years for that company. Actually 28 years, I believe. Why are we not finding Foresight? I thought that was the whole idea behind coming in here, was to get Foresight. We do have Specialist though, we'll take that. Which means now we don't need our vest anymore. Alright, how does Circle look? I guess we don't really need Foresight. Foresight's locked up in here, most likely, and we can't get in there, so let's just get out of here before somebody comes to visit. I've seen Foresight in here before, but usually not. Alright, well, let's just go this way. Hope for the best. It was in the other room. Yeah, usually if it doesn't pop out in that back room, then it's not going to pop out unless you're in that hidden room or the extra locked room. And then you need another card, which means another contract. Just a slippery slope. So we're gonna go get our loadout. I think it's probably more what we need to do. Kind of want to make sure there's nobody in here. All right, let's throw our little radar down, get a quick peek around. Radar still looks clear. Alright, what else do we need? We need to go pick up our munitions box that we dropped at the buy station. I guess we didn't have one? Alright, then we need a munitions box. I think that's probably it. Alright, let's get out of here. Is my software still being used today? I don't really know. We got a guy above us. We've got to worry about that a little bit. He's sniping. What we're going to do is that. Don't don't know where he went, so we're not going to worry about it. I don't think it's still in use. The company that I work for, I'd written lots and lots of software for them over the years, and I'm sure there's some aspects of my software that's still around, but most likely not. I know the company was sold to someone else, and I know they had hired me back a few years ago to be a consultant for all of their legacy systems, and at that time they were still using my main database application. But they had a whole team hired to rewrite it, and I don't know what the status is. I finally just said, "You guys are a waste of my time," so I went into retirement. He just splatted, I think. Somebody put up a counter right above us.
Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down.
I still feel like there's a guy above us.
Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station.
Oh, this is not going to end well for one of us. All right, well, at least we got a kill. That's awesome. We're one kill on the board. We're going to see where the circle goes. But software is a lot like, I don't know, kind of like the computer industry in general, cell phones. You know, after 5 or 6 years, there's usually better stuff out. But my software was actually in production for all of my 28 years. Now, it was obviously being upgraded all the time. But even after I left, for many years, it was still the thing to use. So, all right, well, what are we going to do now? Probably going to sit here and do something.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
All right, Dot, thanks for sharing the live. Got somebody
Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are
somebody throwing I think that's a
rise up for price
decoy. That almost went poorly. He got his stuff back. So what we're going to do is steal his cash, throw a couple things down in case he does come back for his loot. We don't really want to sit there and gatekeep his loot, because somebody else will come in and destroy us. Kind of want to get back where we were, but I'm not sure who threw that decoy. DP, the real informational man of mystery. Yeah. The computer industry, you know, has never been a glamorous position. You know, you work for a large company, it's always the marketing people. They're always the cool people to hang out with. They're dumb as rocks for the most part. I apologize to anybody that is in marketing. But technical people are always underappreciated in the industry. We're kind of in a bad situation here. When in doubt, run away. All right, so the guy on top just got destroyed, I think. We really need to have a plan here. We don't have a plan, and that's a problem. Well, what are we going to do? We're going to wait. Pretty sure somebody's going to be rolling in from behind us. Got the dune buggy. He's probably coming for his gear. He's going to take shots from the guy across the way. We do not want to be in this little building. We could take this truck and get out of here. Be nice to know where we have to get to before we just kind of jump in and drive aimlessly around. 11 seconds, we'll know. So we're going to sit here and crouch for 11 seconds. Always have a plan, and then you don't have a plan. Yeah, that's the way it typically goes. I don't know. I think we're stuck in this area. Got the guy on the roof. We're not going to get enough shots to kill him. He was looking at the guy below him. I think the right course of action is to loop back around. He got sniped in the air. It's probably the other guy on the other side of this wall. Don't kind of like sitting behind this wall. Use your PA. Yeah, I probably should. We'll try that. I think he's right over here. I'd like to get back up on top. We got the guy named Brave Soldier sitting in a dumpster. He's just sitting in a dumpster, mounted up. Oh my god. Go in the corner where the tower is. Extra cover. I did not expect a guy sitting in the dumpster. It's like, really? Is that where you're sitting? Alright. We can get out of here. I guess we can't get out of here. Gotta respect the grind from him. Brave soldier. Yeah, he was, I don't know. I mean, we killed the guy in there. Didn't hear anybody else in that spot. And all of a sudden we come back in and there's a guy just sitting in the dumpster, hard scoping the doorway. It's all good. Small, can't stand still. Yeah, I have a super hard time standing still, waiting for things to happen. Sometimes I can justify it. Wow, good lord, that guy was jumpity jump. If he wasn't jumping, he probably would have killed me. So I've noticed that you see other players, you always put shots on them no matter if you know they can kill them or not from a distance. Yeah, I'm more of a shoot first, ask questions later type of person. We've got a guy looking right at us over here. Need to get this edge. We're going to have snipers on that hilltop. There's nothing good going on right here for us. Kind of want to go hit dumpster guy. We don't really have ammo for this. That was actually really bad because now we have no options. All this stuff. Where do we think dumpster guy went? Well, he's not here. Dumpster guy. You know, we should have looked down at the bottom of the dumpster to see if that guy's body was in there. But we didn't look. I saw that guy's head. And I thought about not shooting him, but I thought, oh, he's going to see us any moment. And yeah, we shot at him. Probably not a good thing. Chris, thanks for the follow. We only have 11 new followers today. That's kind of strange for a Thursday. They're usually pretty good. Brian Grant, let's see what we're missing out over there. Totally cool on the mining videos. Gotcha. Well, if you ever do stream squads, let me know. As a product manager, I can say software engineers are some of my favorite humans. Man, you must know different software engineers than I know. I remember managing teams of software engineers, and everyone is usually a nutcase. No, they're very opinionated, and they pretty not very social. But you just got to figure out what makes them tick. You know, each one's gonna have a slightly different take on life, and you just got to kind of play with being nice to whatever they believe in and do pretty well. Coach Vaz, I was going to say he sees you. He missed you with the Molotov. Hey man, love the mining videos as well. Logan, thank you for that. Yeah, I mean the guy up on the roof, we were sitting there listening to him running around, knowing that if he ran on that one side, he would see us. And there was no reason for him to stop there. He thought he saw us, and then he didn't shoot until we shot. But he was already probably aimed down sight at us, so we shouldn't have been there. We should have moved on. Logan, thanks for the follow. Yeah, the whole idea of a project manager, I guess that only came into being in the last 20 years or so. Back when I started in software, you know, the project architect, you know, the guy with the ideas also knew how to code, and it was usually a one-man team to get everything like functionally working. And then you'd get design people, you know, interface engineers to come in and pretty it up. But you never really had a project manager. You always had the guy that knew how to do it. And any management was always a hindrance to the process. So when I went back doing consulting for my original company, they had more project engineers than they had real developers, felt like. You know, and everything was designed by committee, which never, ever, ever goes well. You need one guy to build it and say, this is the way it's going to work, and then everybody else to get on board with it. Or else you end up with just mediocre software. Who taught you how to code, DP? I was all self-learned. Back in high school, we had a computer class. They had TRS-80s, which was the Radio Shack basic computer. We also had Tandy 1000s. And I think in the career lab, they may have had a couple Mac. They weren't called Mac. They were just Apple IIe's. And it was always interesting to figure out how to get the thing to do anything. So back in the day, there really weren't any classes you could take. You would just go to the computer store and buy a book. You know, you'd get a magazine, and usually it would have basic code in it, how to build a simple game. So you'd sit there and type in pages and pages of code to get your little game to do whatever. And it usually wasn't a very exciting game, kind of just like Dig Dug or some text-based adventure game. But you'd write this thing, and while you're writing it, you would learn, oh, you know, this is what makes certain parts of it work. And before you know it, you're modifying your game to make it do something slightly different. And yeah, before long, you're a coder. You're the expert in your field, because there were no. In fact, when I first went to college, my first, I don't know why we would do the black site. That would be a disaster. But I went to college. I took one class in accounting and thought it was a joke. I pretty much knew more about math than the person teaching the class. And it's not that I was super smart. It's just that I don't know. It just didn't seem like they were trying to teach. They were just following the syllabus, whatever it was. And it's like, really? This is what we're going to do? Didn't we all learn this in high school? It's like I must be missing something here. So I didn't continue college. I actually took that one class and dropped out. And I did sign up for a computer class after that. And I bought the books for the class and everything and looked at all the examples in the book, and I already knew everything. I thought, well, I'm not going to waste a semester sitting here learning stuff that I already know. So I went to the airport, got a job working on airplanes. I didn't have my mechanics license either. I was just helping out at the airport. And before I knew it, I was actually turning wrenches on airplanes, and got enough experience to get my apprenticeship and got my FA airframe and power plant license without going to school. All right, well, we're getting close on cash. We need to have a buy station in our future. I guess we're gonna work to this downtown spot. I don't know, that's a horrible buy station, but is what it is. So yeah, I guess you could say I've never been a big fan of the college system or the education system. So I think, especially in this day and age, if somebody wants to know something, there's so much information out there. They could do it on their own a lot faster and better than college. But if you're just chasing a degree and you need a degree for whatever line of work you think you want to do, yeah, absolutely do it, because you can't even get past the HR department anymore unless you meet a certain criteria. Not sure why he stood in the doorway. I half expected him to slide into the room and attack us pretty hard, but he didn't. But yeah, it all depends on what you're after. If you're after the degrees just for the prestige of it, yeah, God bless you. If you needed a degree for a certain line of work, it's probably well worth it. But if all you want to do is learn something, just get out there and learn it. You know, there's so many options available, and free options. I mean, you don't have to pay to learn stuff anymore. All right. Well, we have enough cash. Let's see if we can get over this bridge thing and buy our loadout without getting looked at. Probably it's going to go poorly, I would guess. You're making a lot of noise here. We are on someone's UAV, so that's a thing. It's safer up close to this building than farther away. All right, well, let's look at the map for a second. Eye up, what is going on? Womp Womp still isn't back? Yeah, we're kind of worried about here. Sea Dog, I'm just here to hear you talk about good, man. Lots of stories, good ones. Yeah, I just talk for no real reason for the most part. Webs, the education system is more about compliance than education and knowledge. Yeah, I think so. I think education is more about teaching people how to behave in a structured society. And I think that's important. You know, a lot of us had parents and role models to teach us that growing up, but a lot of people never learned that. So maybe education for them has different goals. So it definitely has its place. And I guess I've just felt like I've been lucky and Weps, I'm feral. Doesn't work for me. No, me either. My mom actually got remarried after my dad died to a high school friend of hers, and he ended up being in the Navy. Not anything bad about the Navy, but he was more of an instructor type person. So after his naval career, he ended up going into working at some college in California. I don't know where, but as an instructor in accounting. And I mean, I don't like accounting, even if I have to do it for balancing my own stuff. But yeah, I couldn't imagine teaching it. But he was always saying that kids take his class not because they want to be there, because they have to have it. You know, it's something on the list of things that they have to take. So therefore, here they are in a class that they don't have any interest in. And it's sad that kids have to do stuff just to fill out a checklist. And I understand, you know, you should probably know how to add and subtract a bank balance, but do they really need to know accounting? You know, that's what the accountants are for. I don't know. Just watched 7 ads in a row, DP, raking in the revenue. I up. Thank you for watching the ads. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why there's so many ads on Twitch. I know obviously if you have a subscription, you don't have ads, so that's a thing. Since you're here all the time. But I don't recommend subscriptions unless you're going to be here all the time and watch. I'm not trying to get you guys to subscribe for the revenue. I'm not into that. I would rather just people hang out, have fun, but if the ads are irritating, the only way I know to get rid of it is you can do a turbo subscription to Twitch, which gets you no ads on any channel you watch. So that's an option. What do we got? We got a donut. We have an extra self-revive. We should probably just tank the extra self-revive. Don't need that. Chances are we're not going to survive if we ever get shot at anyway. All right, well, let's sit here and drink our coffee for a second. Look at the map. We have a couple seconds till the circle closes. Yeah, Weps, there's so much stuff in accounting that is math related, but if you look at the guts of it, accounting is not real math. Accounting is, I don't know. I mean, there is some addition and subtraction. There's some statistics in accounting that I think comes in useful for other things, but overall, it's kind of getting you ready for a career path in accounting, which most people have no interest in. All right, well, let's move. I don't think sitting here any longer is in our best interest, so not that I think that is any better over here. Running across the open ground is usually not a good thing. And even worse than running across the open ground is standing in the doorway trying to make a decision to run. Now, anytime you sit in a doorway, you're just asking to get lit up. And then you can't move. You're just like stuck right here. So never ever stand in a doorway. Even if you think you want to peek, you know, pre-peek back here somewhere and then run. But I do it so much. I'll stand right here and peek around. If anybody was looking, they'll just light you up. It's not real math. I use stats only for trend analysis. Yeah, I mean, in the computer industry, we had to write all types of reporting systems. And so you're always using statistical analysis, you're using trend analysis, you're using lots of algorithms to come up with ways to make the numbers look different than they really are. um, you know, the rose-colored goggle type analysis that marketing always wants to see. And just coding, you know, so many times when you write a program, you'd be amazed what kind of math is involved in it just to get it to run efficiently. You know, anybody can write big case statements to make things happen. You know, if this, then that, if this, then that. But to get something super efficient, you have to understand why it changes and write some type of an algorithm or some type of data tracker that is getting the information you need to make those decisions without trying to hard case everything. So it's the difference of event-driven data and procedural data. So, and I think there's a good case for both, because a lot of times event-driven data, well, you have events, especially in the insurance industry, that don't really tie to reality. And you have shock losses and things that if you do rates and things off of events, you could be out of business before you ever have a chance to make a profit. All right, we got a guy, I feel like right here. He's not really going to push this, is he? I think he just stunned himself. That was bad.
Are you fucking kidding?
That was a bad push on his part, even though we were reloading. So he has the HMR9. Luckily, we were able to reverse that room and get that to work out, but we should have died there, for sure. JD, I work insurance, and yeah, it's not the best, but it does pay well. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you learn about insurance is the insurance company is making all the money. So it's not a very, I don't know. I want to say it's not a very good industry. Oh, we don't have restock anymore. We kind of messed that up, didn't we? Let's go pick up our mine. We're going to hold down this room for a minute because I don't know where else to go. The hardest part on insurance is you get companies that are preying on people's fear, and I really didn't enjoy that part of the industry at all. You know, you're trying to sell them on if bad things happen, and they'll end up sacrificing their day-to-day living to pay for a policy that might protect them in the future. Anyway, DP, to be retired at 53 means you've done well. That's everyone's goal. Yeah, I mean, I got super lucky, and unfortunately, I'm not 53 anymore. But I definitely feel like I'm getting older every year. HMR9 is trash now, it feels like. Wheels, yeah, I don't know why he would use it. Brian Grant, my designer and engineers are always at odds in a healthy way. Make sure we find the right fit for business and customers. Yeah, sometimes, you know, I find, well, I mean, I have a lot of experience in it. I always found it's better to let the engineers just run with an idea, even if it doesn't really fit the overall in model that I know we're going to have. Don't stifle their creativity, because if you try to take an engineer and say, well, build it like this, well, then why do you need the engineer? You might be surprised how well they do. You know, just try to define a problem for them and let them run with it. Don't try to dictate all the parameters and all the stuff. Because even though most likely you're going to have to throw away everything they've done, you might get some good ideas out of it. But if you get a designer involved early, I think it ruins. In fact, most websites these days you look at are just garbage because they're built by designers and not engineers. Most cars today don't last well because they're built by designers and then the engineering fits the design. So I think it should be reversed and let the engineering happen first, and then you send it over to design to make it usable. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the subject. No, she pushed that. Sam. Yeah, I don't know why he was pushing up that staircase. And no way I should have went down that staircase. You know, it was a bad idea for me to push down that staircase, and we did it anyway. But when I went in that little side room, we should have died for sure. All right, Gulag is closed. We're in circle. We're just outside the black site UAV circle, which is probably a good choice. And I'm assuming as soon as the guy that has that UAV dies, that will go away. Let's go look at this guy's gear one more time. See if there's anything we need. Probably not. Got somebody's loadout on our roof, so we've got to watch out for somebody bombing in on us here. Everybody that's moving is going to be coming from this direction because that's outside the circle. Nobody from inside circle is going to be coming out. I think that's in the gas anyway. Nobody's going to jump on that. I do have a munitions box. We might try to use it just to refill our smokes and stuff. Never ever want to go into last circle with no... Stay around this corner because he is not going to be... He wasn't the only guy over there. Surprised there's nobody in this tower looking at us. There was the guy on this rooftop. I don't see him. He's probably in the door. But we don't want to over-peek it. Well, it's going to be big where this circle pulls to. It's probably going to pull away from us since our loadout's farther away, and there's also a contract over there. We just got a hit on this guy. All right, so it is pulling away from us. I think we go which way? I guess we're going to go right up the middle. We still have a loadout here. Probably someone's going to drop on this when the... Another option would be to reverse the zone. Get all the way on the back corner. That's probably a better option for us. Didn't mean to do that. What's going on here? Didn't really want to lose my gas mask. All right, well, we ruined our gas mask. Got the guy right behind us. We're going to go ahead and get to this building. There's probably already somebody in here. Not good. That was pretty disappointing. Oh, let's see what's going on TikTok. Gotcha. As a product manager, all the weirdos are left-hand pitchers. Marty. We're talking about baseball. Proof of concept. Get out and learn. Absolutely. If you read the fine print in the insurance, they almost always want to free themselves from large expenses. Well, that's all insurance policies have limits on them, and that's the reason is Okay, we know how much premium we're collecting. We know what our possible losses are. Nobody wants an open-ended policy. All right, I think that's gonna do it. Some good tries, good games. Hipfire, Daniel says yes. Hipfire would have probably been better there. We have been streaming for a couple hours. I got to get out and do Family Yard Day today.